Sharon asked me last week if I would speak today. I thought, crap. I've made it through 15 years of these Mandela Paloozas, skating under the radar, and not being put in the spotlight, but there's no way I could decline the request today.
Watch out, Michelle.
So I have to say, as a newcomer a decade and a half ago, these events were quite a departure from the norms that I had become accustomed to for most of my life. Aunt Cynthia would often reassure me that everything is fine, this is normal, don't be frightened. So thank you for that. We never did things like this in the Ursic family, or in any of my friends' families, or in any other family. I don't know if anyone else anywhere does elaborate productions like this. But these Mandela Paloozas are full of love and happiness and creativity, and it shows, and they're most definitely one of a kind. But not quite as one of a kind as our birthday boy, Mark. 15 years is a long time with this guy. Am I right?
40.
Especially when timeliness is a virtue Mark never acquired. For Mark, at 10 a.m.
I was on time today. I got here at 12 o'clock.
For Mark, a 10 a.m. flight out of Philly means he'll start packing at 9. I'm not wired to operate like that, and it drives me crazy, to the point where I'm literally pacing the house, calculating how fast I'll need to drive to make it to the airport on time. I can tell you there's not a single flight that we have taken together where our drives to the airport were not in complete silence. Managed to get here today on time, so maybe there's hope. So who is Mark? We all know him, but who is he behind the scenes? Mark is one of the hardest working people I've ever met, next to Kristen Cohen. If he sets his mind to something, he's going to attack it head on and get it done. Except if that job is installing curtain rods or hanging up the laundry. That's best left to others. His job at L'Oreal USA provides an endless amount of work that keeps him busy late into the evenings, but is also challenging and very rewarding. Mark is a car enthusiast who loves his Jeeps, his Miatas, and his Audi S5. But his true pride and joy is his below base model fleet spec Chevy Equinox at L'Oreal.
My work car.
Despite what you might think, Mark has become quite the homebody in his older years. It's a big transformation for someone who used to be a social butterfly with an endless amount of energy. In our much younger years, we didn't give a second thought to going out to bars on weeknights, often not getting home till 1 or 2 a.m. and having to work the next day. That is just purely unthinkable. We both love to travel. As has been mentioned, we have 17 Royal Caribbean cruises under our belts and hope to continue adding to that number. We very much enjoy going out for dinner and drinks with friends at one of our usual spots. Mark is a stickler for customer service. There is always a possibility things can go sideways very quickly. If we make it past the host without a confrontation, it's a great start. As we all know too well, Mark does not miss the opportunity to point out when service or communication is lacking. That has certainly landed him in some serious hot water on occasion. During the construction of our pool, Mark came within inches of receiving a knuckle sandwich from our pool builder. But hey, we survived 2 new home builds together and a pool build, and neither of us have any black eyes. Mark and I are political junkies and have our nightly dinner time routine of discussing the most ridiculous fake news of the day while watching Jesse Waters and Tucker on Fox. That's pretty much every weeknight for us. And yes, we are that boring. Politics is a passion we share, but not a form of torture that we would ever subject ourselves to by running for public office. Speaking of politics, who could have predicted that Mark's middle name would become part of such a popular saying in 2020?
That was not intentional.
So at home, Mark is our gardener, I'm the pool boy. Marc's our interior decorator, and I'm the handyman. Marc consumes our food, and I cook it. Marc plays video games, I fly airplanes. Marc cleans the house, and according to him, I dirty it, which is in dispute, by the way. I blame that on Teddy. Marc is so many things, but at the end of it all, Marc is my teammate, my soulmate, my best friend, a huge pain in the ass, but at heart, a great guy with a softer side that many never get to see behind that energetic facade. It's there, believe it or not. Marc often says that I'm so old for being in my 40s. Well, that ship has sailed now. You're venturing over the hill now, and as you love to point out, I'm already waiting on the other side. So to my partner in crime, Marc, let's go Brandon Mandel. I regret to inform you that your 30s have expired. You're 40 now, almost. Halfway between diapers and Depends. So enjoy it. So to wrap this up in traditional style, let's all raise a glass to our birthday boy. And on 3, happy 40th old fart. 1, 2, 3.
Happy 40th old fart.